Hey there guys, this is Wakefield Trendland and welcome back to a brand new style of video where I'm going to be trying to do something different. A different style of recording. Though I do not have an internal microphone just yet, I need to get that sorted. I am going to try and do this review in a different way, with a series of cuts, transitions and that lot. So I would like to kick off this interview with the GNER Class 225 train set. This old style train set is made by Hornby and features a 4-pack train set. As you can see, this is the Class 91 and DVT with 2 coaches in the distinctive GNER livery. Now, I haven't put the box away properly, that's because I was in a rush to do this, but it just also shows how tattered the box is. I have had this for years. I'm talking over 10 years. So let's just turn the box over and see what's on the other side. On the other side of the box you get a brief bit of information about what these train sets are really all about. This is called the Matched Train Series, and the description reads as this. Locomotives and coaches in the Hornby Matched Train Series are, where possible, correctly matched in period and livery with the special points of identification to simulate the detail of the prototype. If we look down at the bottom right corner, we can see the R code, which is R247. Yeah, I read that right. And it says GNER 225 train Mallard. And there's the old price, which was 130 quid, but me and my dad managed to bargain it down to only 89 quid. And it also says a bit of a warning here, this locomotive is designed to be powered from the track or by overhead power supply system, which I'm not sure would have been in the Hornby range or in real life. I think it's real life. Due to the recent improvements of the locomotive's track power supply connectors, it is not possible to identify independently operate the 2 locomotives on the same track using using 2 different power sources, as stated in the Hornby catalogue. Okay, so I think this is for the model. There's nothing much to show on the sides, so I shall now open the train set pack and let's just show off the model. So here is the first item of the train pack. I'm going from top to bottom. This is the DVT. As you can see here, it's not powered. It's just a rolling piece of rolling stock. But as you can see, it does capture, not perfectly anymore because this is old tooling, but this does capture the basics of the DVT. At the time, I fell in love with it because the 225s were my favourite engines of all time, or trains should I say. I liked modern transport back in the day, but I prefer steam over diesel, so if I were to collect diesel nowadays, it would be Era 5 diesel, sort of like the BR Class 08, if you remember me reviewing that. But let's have a look over the DVT, shall we? As you can see, there's the distinctive gold GNER livery with the G and R in, I'm not sure what the opposite of bold is, but the N and E are bold, so it makes it even more distinctive. Right here I have got the name and the number in the same place, which is very lucky. The name is Duke of Edinburgh. It's probably going to show up white, but that's because of my probably crap eyesight, but I promise you now it is in the same gold. And the running number of the DVT is 82219. And as to be expected with the livery of this model, it is in the navy blue with the red stripe, as prototypical of the engines in that period. Now, as you can tell, or might not be able to tell, I will explain now, but the lights do not function, sadly. They are just painted on. But it is rather convincing, don't you think? Even if it's not convincing to you, it still looks okay. I apologise for the dust and all that lot in the windows, but I can tell you now that there's just plastic detail. Not a lot of detail, unfortunately, not painted. It is just grey seating inside. This is what the back looks like. It is pretty damn bland, isn't it? I'm not sure if that's prototypical, because you normally can't see, unless you work for them, you normally can't see the back. But this is what the back looks like. It has one of these chunky couplings, but let's not forget, it's an old model. Here is the side of the door, but you mustn't enter it. Not because you're too big, but because there's authorised personnel only. Great, I think I'll have to go elsewhere then. Don't worry, there's not been an accident, but this is to show the underneath of the locomotive, which is bland, boring. Apart from the middle bit, which there is riveted detail. That is basically all of the DVT. When I was a young boy, when I first got this, it was rather brilliant, rather stimulating. Because as a boy, I would like pretty much anything, and I mean anything. But my opinions have changed. I don't hate this model, but I am saying there's better models to come. But that doesn't mean to say this is the end of the review. Although my camera says otherwise. I better get on with it, eh? Now, because the carriages are pretty much all the same, I am showing you only one. The one I am showing you is the D coach, and what's the other one? The C coach. I don't know if one of them's the dining coach or not. Let's have a look. No. It's just a D class coach and a C class coach. And it's quite ironic I chose D actually, because that's my name, D, Dan. But yeah, that's beside the point. Just shift this out of the way. And let's have a look at the passengers travelling inside. Oops, there isn't none. But we can see what's inside the engine. Carriage, should I say. It is just bland. It is, well, let's just not forget this is an old model, but this is absolutely underwhelming. I mean, would you like to travel first class in that? No, I wouldn't think so. If I were to get more carriages of the same period, the first class coach, I can't remember which is first class now, but I wouldn't travel in this. Mind you, I can't anyway because the doors don't open. There it is, the distinctive navy blue with red stripe, and there's also a red stripe on the top. I ain't even mentioned that, shame on me. But, I mean, I don't know why, but from this distance it looks like one of these APT cars, you know, the ones that tilt. And the funny story is that these things were supposed to tilt, but I was watching the LNER then and now, and these engines in the Swallow livery made an appearance. And the narrator, Ken Morgan, which by the way is amazing, I recommend listening to his narrations, says that they still hadn't got the funds to this day in order to make these trains tilt, and I still don't believe that they've done that. So, yeah. Mind you, they are on their way to the knacker's yard, sadly. Well, they are over 30 years old. Gangway! Get it? Gangway, because this is the gangway. The gangway, as you can see, is pretty damn bland. It's pretty boring. It's unappealing, because this is quite an old train pack. This is probably the hashtag of this video. Hashtag it's an old train pack. But as you can see, this is pretty much all you'll see of the carriage. Alright, stop shouting at me, I know. Let's review the motorised unit. Yeah. Camera too close. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The main unit itself. The Class 91. Without this puppy, the train will not run. It actually looks tilted, but it is on the track, I promise. I had to do a second cut, which there will be bloopers at the end of the video. Obviously, with not me swearing. Now, if I do get some sound systems, I can allow, you know, the F-bomb, but it'll be covered up, so, you know, because it is user-friendly, kid-friendly, whatever. And, yeah, let's just get into the details of this unit, shall we? Okay, I've got the locomotive down. Before I set this off, just check it's working. Would help if I turn the bloody thing on. Alright, it works. If I just lift these up, do these rear wheels pick up? They do! Okay, they do. Nice. Now, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's set it off. Just like on the DVT, there's the G and ER, again the N and E all bold. Everybody keep out of the cab. Authorised personnel only. My God, what do they even print this with? That is technology right there. You can also see the double door handles as well. I assume you have to open one from the top and the other one when you're climbing in. I've got the number and name in the same place. The number is 91129. So, not the penultimate, but getting towards that. I would guess this locomotive was either built in 1990 or 1991, because they were built between 1988 and 1991. I can't remember which, but I know some were built in 1990, and the name is Her Majesty herself. Well, remember what I said about the Class 90 pantograph being knackered? There isn't even a pantograph on this one. It's completely sheared away. I mean, just look at this. You can see, yeah, you can see now that this is completely sheared away. What this lever actually does, it installs power into there. If the switch is switched, oh come on, don't mess up, thank you. If the switch is switched one way, then it won't work. But if it's switched another way, it works. So I will now give a short demonstration. Oh, close up. Is there power to this? There is now. Okay, it's not running. Either the controller's off or there's no power. If I just do this, the controller's off. There we go. You saw me switching the lever, so you now get a taste of what it's actually like. I've just got a few bobbits to show you, then we will see this running. The other side of the Class 91 is called the blunt end, and this is the blunt end. And if I just shift this, and the engine, which is going to be visiting as well, which I think is the right period, it has basically the same details as it does the streamlined end. Let's just have a look at the streamlined end right now. Pretty much the same, isn't it? Just like the DVT, these are just stickers, and it is the same for the blunt end, except the grille, which you can clearly see in the middle, is not present or not detailed there. Which is it? Oh no, I think there is a grille, but it's nowhere near detailed. But that's pretty much all of the locomotive covered. Oh, what about underneath? Underneath, nah. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, you get the old Wingfield motor on one side, but on the other, trails along. But I don't know if these pick up. Let me just pop the camera down and see if this picks up. Okay, I've got the locomotive down. Before I set this off, just check it's working. Would help if I turn the bloody thing on. Alright, it works. If I just lift these up, do these rear wheels pick up? They do! Okay, they do. Nice. Now, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's set it off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if I just switch this the other way, is it going to go forward? Yeah, it's going to go forward. Now, you might have seen the smoothness of the performance of this engine already, but I will now demonstrate again. Crank it up a bit. There. Oh, it's stalling because it's old. I've been running for ages, but this is the smoothest it can go. Oh, it's even smoother backwards, I think. There we are. Is it all on? Yeah, it's all on. Right, now, unlike this one where it's sort of easier to slide, this is Really much more difficult, but you're not supposed to push these. But anyway, let's just get the camera back. And with the guard's whistle, let's go. Forwards! Thank you. So I have a few shots going forwards and a few shots going backwards, because this can go multi-direction. You can definitely hear the old Wingfield. A bit faster now. This is very loud. Alright, now with the 7 minutes on my camera, so I have a few shots of her going backwards. I personally prefer these going backwards. I don't know why, I always have done. There we go. This is the Class 91 and DVT in all of its glory. Now, what did you think of that style of review? Should I do more? Should I do it in 2 parts where it's just a review and running? I don't even need to ask if I need to do more running sessions, because I'm going to do more running sessions at some point. Oh, I forgot to mention the visiting engines. We already saw both of them. This is the Class 90 in the rail freight sector livery, is it? And over here we have the Class 150, 135. As also, you couldn't, if you couldn't tell already, this does not have the front coupling because I lost it. Well, I didn't lose it, it broke actually. But there we go, this is the Class 91 locomotive. As you will have seen nowadays, because they're still running. And what do you think? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Are you looking forward to Hornby's new release of them? I don't know where the hell the coaching stock and the DVT are. I think they're planning to do it in the future. But that is beside the point. Now, what is my next video I'm going to do? Well, if I can get it working, because the sound is very temperamental, I am going to be doing a couple of shots of this. Now, I could have put something like this on the layout as well. Actually, no, I couldn't, because I fitted this with the DCC sound. And what I'll do is I'll show you a few shots of it running at some point. Not today, because I hardly have any time. The camera is on 5 battery and I don't want it to knacker out halfway through. If you've seen me do a video of this, then I promise you running sessions will come. And that is the end of the review. Now, the Class 91 will be going back to King's Cross. But in the meanwhile, it is so long. Off you go, boy. Hope you enjoyed this review. Like and subscribe for more content like this. And also, Dan's Rail questions will be coming out at some point in the future. And I shall see you all later. Now, sadly, as you might be able to tell, the lights... Oh, I meant to go slower than that. But the lights, you know what, I'll do a second take. Alright everybody, are you all ready to save the Queen? Why? Because this is named Queen. I'm going to do it again because I'm pretty sure this is off the rails. Oh, I didn't even mean to focus on this first.